Morning, here we are at Loughton Parish Hall, and today we've got the Pensioners' Fair. We've got a buzzing hall full of stalls with different groups and organisations, and a lot of older people have come in to see what help, advice, some coffee biscuits they can get as well. Come on in, we'll see what's going on. Now, as you can see, we've got loads of stalls, all sorts of different interests. Here we've got Freedom Power Chairs, which is a charity run in Lancing Business Park. All sorts of advice around assisted wheelchairs and things like that. Would you like to tell us all about Freedom Power Chairs? The answer is yes. Here we go.
Freedom Power Chairs specialises in solving mobility problems for people who don't fit the off-the-shelf solutions. We will customise a power chair to meet any special needs. We also provide a full maintenance service and refurbishment service for people with existing power chairs, scooters, or any other mobility aids that need help and support.
Martin, thank you for that. Another of the local organisations you've got here, the Alzheimer's Society, fantastic national charity and offer lots of local services. Tim's going to tell us all about it.
Yeah, good morning. Yes, very much. National charity, but also very local in Worthing with our office in Stone Lane. So we're here this morning really just to raise awareness around dementia and to talk to the locals. We're very keen to be here. I mean, in West Sussex now, there's lots of changes going on with regards to services for people with dementia and their carers. So things are slightly improving, and I think we have lots of work to do. But today is just another spoke in the wheel, really, and getting to talk to people about
What's the main source of advice that people come to you for help and services?
I think there's two sort of areas, really. Obviously, we have people with dementia and their carers talking about how things are going and the support they may need, and if we can signpost them, and what stage they are with their dementia. But also people coming to us and saying, I'm worried about my memory, or I'm worried about a family member or a relative, or even a friend. You know, what's the best sort of pathway to follow? And our advice would always be go and see your GP. So they're the two main sort of questions, along with many others, but they're the main two, really.
And how do we get in contact? Websites?
A website, www.alzheimers.org.uk, but locally, Sussex-wise, I think our best sort of contact point is our helpline, 01403 213 017.
You had to remind yourself of that.
I did, didn't I? Which isn't good, is it?
Trip off the tongue.
Yeah, so that's the best thing. You know, very local, very good at signposting, or just talking to people with dementia or their carers.
And a great drop-in group they do as well.
We do some wonderful groups across the county.
Fantastic.
Yeah, nice to meet you again, Tim.
Good
last time was Tesco.
Well, it was Tesco's, and I was up there again last week.
Yeah?
I've been up at Tesco's virtually every week.
Yeah, I'm sure it's quite a great place to meet them.
That worked well, didn't it?
It worked very well. And across the UK, they worked very well.
Well, Tesco, last Saturday we did it was the launch of the food bank there.
Right.
And amazing response from the public. They got twice as much stuff as they were anticipating. And Tesco's had an extra third. So it was a really good.
Tesco have done some really good work with us. I think we were a charity of the year with them. Raised a few million. It made a big difference, and you know, if we keep rolling out those roadshows all the time, wonderful way of people coming along to get information and for us to engage people who don't want to go to the gym initially. So
and
really good.
Much easier if you've got it where somebody's going anyway and they think,
just drop in. Yeah, it's a really good place. Really good. So yeah, nice to meet you again.
Good.
It's great, isn't it?
Okay, here we are at another local organisation, Independent Living Association. You're going to tell us all about it? What services you offer?
Domestic service to support people in their own homes, and we support people to manage their direct payments. So we have direct payment advisors that go from setting up the process to employing PAs, and we also support people to recruit PAs, and with their payroll and banking when they have a PA.
And how do people get in touch? Show us a leaflet with the contact details on. That one do.
There you go.
There's a number on the bottom.
There we are.
Very professional video this. We'll do some editing, I think. Great.
It's not properly up and running yet. It's just been passed by the joint cabinet, Worthing and ADAC, and we are going to set up a website for people to access the scheme on the website of the council's website itself, and they will be able to sign up to an online auction basically, where many people's energy accounts can be all put into one combined group, and they can then get the economy of scale from bidding for better prices from the energy companies.
And this is going across all of Ada and Worthing, both councils. Anybody can get involved. You don't have to be on benefits or pensioners or whatever. There's open to everybody.
Absolutely. I mean, anybody can get involved. There are some limitations of the scheme. We intend to try and start out accessing the online community first, and then quickly roll that out to people who aren't online yet.
That's it.
Everybody can benefit.
So when's it going to start? When can people sign up for it?
We are approaching one of the main suppliers of the service in the UK right now, and we've already started the process whereby we're working with them. We're drawing up a project plan, and as soon as that's released, we'll be able to firm up the time.
So autumn.
I would say, we're probably going to aim for February next year.
Okay.
First.
Okay. So keep an eye on the website. There'll be stuff in the local papers, and it's going to save people money and a lot of confusion because the energy market is hugely confusing, particularly for pensioners and others who.
It's quite a daunting idea, really, isn't it? And I think the idea is to back this up with maybe encouraging people to learn more IT skills, help them get online, access this service, and also maybe compare some energy prices otherwise through some of the switching schemes.
Brilliant. Great, good innovation. Thank you very much. Can we do a quick box pop with you?
Yes, of course.
Tell us all about it.
Come along, sir.
Right, here we are. The
and Peter's
all come in. Hello, Peter.
Age UK as well.
To Loughton,
He's
hi.
the local clubs here.
Right.
So.
Can you tell us all about it? West Sussex, Age UK, another of our local organisations here at the pensioners fair. What sort of services do we offer? What do people come to you for? Why are you here?
Okay.
What do you do?
Today,
Tell us all about it. How do you get in touch with you?
my main reason for being here today is to obviously meet with our clients that come into the 50 plus age group. And
Includes me now. From last year.
So we can help.
I need advice now. I know.
Unfortunately, it's all of us. And my role is the information advice manager and the community support workers manager. And we help people with things like today I've been speaking to this gentleman about benefits, which the pension service are also involved in the check, but we help people with benefits. That's the largest area of our inquiries. But we help with from a gardener through to power of attorney, and everything in between.
And it's not just pensioners you're helping with, you will help family of people.
So anybody over 50 or their carers and families. So for example, if this gentleman's daughter come along and she's in her 20s, we quite happily help her with information relating to her father.
How many people are you dealing with?
The information and advice service helped with just over 5,000 inquiries in the last financial year.
And that's just local?
That is just in West Sussex.
Just in West Sussex?
Just in West Sussex. And that is manned mainly with the equivalent of 3 full-time people. So it's very busy service. We also help with going out into people's homes. So people that couldn't access this service, we go out into their homes and deliver the same service. We deliver a money type service, and we help with everything in that area. We've then got across West Sussex 5 activity centres, which I've been telling
Have you used one of them?
today.
Are you going to use one of them?
It's hopefully going to access the activity
I've got a lot. It's all new to me. It's only recently that I've been left on my own, you know. So I'm searching out everything that there is to help me, you know.
Well, we got this new open air gym on Loughton Beach Green. There's about 10 different devices, and it is fantastic. And some of them are pretty.
Oh, you mean the
tricky.
machines?
Yeah, all the machines, but they're on the green, so anybody can come along, and they're being used for people taking early morning walks. 6:12 in the morning with people that
I've got some over here to me, and I walk the dog and I have a go.
They are really good. They're used by all age groups, all abilities, or whatever. A few of them flummox me, I tell you. But no, it's quite good.
It's coordination.
It's coordination. Well, particularly the one where you have to do this. Anyway.
Well, mine is the
ski machine.
That's it. Yeah, I struggle with the next.
Good. So, how do people get in touch with you?
We've got a free
Should we hold
phone
this?
number.
Let's hold it up. But there we go.
So 0800.
You don't know the rest of it, do you? 0800 019 1310, or on the website is www.ageukwestsussex, or one word, .org.uk.
And of course an email, information@ageukwestsussex.org.uk.
You got that right, well done. Great.
So lots of ways to
Now, another local organisation looking after pensions is the University of the Third Age, who've got their stall here today, all very busy with lots of embroidery work by the looks of it. Tell us about the University of the Third Age, what you do, how people can get in touch with you.
It's the University of the Third Age is for people who have retired, and what we do is we get people who are interested in craft, and we'd like to do all sorts of different things. We've got craft groups, we've got walking groups, we've got history groups.
Mahjong.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's a wonderful game. We play it.
We play that, yeah.
It's all
Right.
different tiles, and it's wonderful.
Chinese game.
It sounded a bit Chinese to me. Okay. And how often do you meet? And where do you meet?
We meet. The card group meets twice a week at my house, twice a month.
Right.
We do it for yes, and sometimes there's a hall rented, depending on how many.
Okay. And how many members have you got?
Because that's all we can do in a person's home.
If you get much bigger, you need to rent space from it. Yeah.
We started up another group because it's got so long and so many
Youth
people.
Liaison's got 260 in our youth liaison.
260.
In the Loughton and Counselling.
And it's only
Oh,
been
right.
going 3 years.
Gosh, Henry's, it's so big. And it's not just women.
No.
No, my husband does photography.
Brilliant.
Entered the walking group,
Cycling.
Brilliant.
cycling.
Okay.
We do have a general meeting once a month, and that's here.
In London Parish Hall.
Got 2 more stalls
And
over.
we got all these as well.
That's the main
You got the biggest corner of the lot. Well done. Very good. Great. Thank you very much for coming along today. Anyway, it's been good. Right. Okay. Let's get all of this in. Morning. You're on camera.
Oh dear. That's dreadful.
We've just spoken to your colleagues about 260 people in Lancing Something
And
branch of
growing.
it. Fantastic. And I can do Mahjong. Now I know what that is.
You
And
don't stand a chance.
And I'm brought. No,
Where's it gone?
there's some
The
demon.
man eating the cake is an absolute demon at the moment.
I'll stick to embroidery then. So the walking group. Talk us through the walking group.
Every other Monday morning, very early in the morning we go off, and mostly all around Lancing Sompting, but out to Goring, Ferry, and then up on the Downs, of course. We
Yep.
up on the Downs quite a lot, especially in the good weather. Our groups usually anything between sort of 15 and 20, sometimes a few less.
More in the summer than the winter.
More in the summer than winter, yes.
Some fair weather
We
walking.
do have some snowy ones, because it's snowy places up there.
Right.
So, yeah, I think it's really quite people are very, very interested in it, yes.
Another quite new but brilliant organisation is Ada Volunteers, who've now got a shop in the middle of the village, manned by volunteers. Real information exchange, lots of information, local links. There's an unofficial food bank run there as well. And the brains behind it all, as usual, is Andy Brooke, who runs the North Lancing Resident Association as well. And Andy's really taken off, isn't it? You've even got mini iPads. So what goes on there?
Just as a slight point of information, Adrian Barrett, it's Adrian Barrett who runs Ada Volunteers. I'm a volunteer with Adrian. I go into the shop. Currently in the shop we have digital participation classes run by my son Tom, completely free, funded by National Lottery. You can turn up in the shop to publicise your campaign, your organisation. You can come into the shop to give details about volunteers you need for your shop, your organisation. You can come in to talk with experts about issues around benefits and welfare. We can refer you to the experts who will be able to help you. We're in the High Street, in Lansing, next to Pound Stretchers. Straight up.
Good advertising for Pound Stretchers. When are you open?
We're open Saturday, 10 till 2. We're open Tuesday, 10 till 2. And we're open Thursday, 10 till 2 as well.
And all manned by volunteers?
Everyone is a volunteer.
Fantastic. Okay, now, Southern Water. Here today, particularly to offer advice on debt counselling as well. Stewie here is going to tell us all about it. There's lots of free handouts as well, including pencils and God knows what they are. What are these?
These are aerators. So these ones slip onto dual taps, and these are for single taps. Okay. So basically it adds air into your water supply, and it reduces your usage by approximately 40%.
Oh, right.
So the more water you save, then the more money you save on it.
So it's another version of putting the hippo bag in your system for the,
we've got
the loo, for example.
Yeah, we've got 7 flush, it's the same as hippo bags. We've got shower timers, so 4 minutes being the optimum time to spend in the shower.
I need those for my daughters. There's all the big round
Indeed.
water runs out as well. Okay.
Numerous leaflets here on comments for water efficiency.
Yeah.
We've got some fat traps to save your cooking oil. So rather than blocking your drains and blocking the sewers, you pour the fat into this box, and overnight it solidifies, and then you can throw it in the bin or put it in the garden and feed your birds. So that's all the water efficiency stuff. And on this side, we've got all our financial assistance schemes. So we've got the Southern Water Charitable Trust Funds, and we've got numerous schemes. New Start scheme, which I introduced in 2003. Water Direct, people's means tested benefits, application forms, and all sorts to try and get struggling people into the habit of paying.
And how do people get to know about this? Because people think of Southern Water and it's all about water saving and advice you got here. So the debt counselling service, all the other advice services, how do people?
We've got a dedicated advice centre, open 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, and 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Saturday.
And where's that? Is it over the phone or is it actually?
That's over the phone. All these forms are available online as well.
Yep.
So they can
phone number?
Yeah, it's a free phone 0800 telephone number, 0800 027 0363.
Well remembered. Most other people couldn't remember their own advice numbers.
Or you can submit these applications online. It's secure. Go straight into our advice centre, our dedicated team, and they will talk you through income and expenditure and assess you for multiple schemes to try and reduce your arrears.
And how many people are using this? You're getting a lot of interest at the moment.
In our financial assistance schemes, we've got approximately 30,000 plus actually on a scheme of some kind. I think last year, the Charitable Trust Fund last year, we actually gave out about 1,600 grants to write off oldest arrears.
So you're busy time?
Very busy.
Brilliant. Okay, so look on the website or ring the office number.
Yeah.
And it's for anybody, it's not just for pensioners, it's
for anyone who is struggling to pay their bills.
Thank you very much, and thanks for coming. Now, another important aspect of giving help for pensioners is particularly around energy costs, and that's one of the biggest challenges that everybody's been having recently, but particularly people on fixed income. And one of the organisations, which in fact has been to a fair like this I ran before, is the NEA, which is all about campaigning for warm homes, and they give real practical help and advice about grants and things about how you can use less energy and make your house much more energy efficient. But I'm not the expert. Here we do have the expert who's going to tell us how NEA can help pensions in particular.
Thanks, Tim. I'm Rebecca Jones, and I'm a project coordinator for National Energy Action. And one of the things I'm talking to people about today is the Priority Services Register, which is a register that anybody of pensionable age can get onto with both a gas and electric supplier. That means they're seen as a priority with that particular supplier, so if they need to disrupt the service for any reason, they'll be put back on again. People can get password protection on their front door. They can sometimes have their meter moved if it's inaccessible. They can have large print bills produced for them, and they also have a specific telephone number they can call that actually speak to people who are used to dealing with more vulnerable customers and more complicated issues as well. So that's what I'm kind of along flogging today, really. And then also talking to them about habit changing measures, so remembering to close curtains at dusk, lids on saucepans, because although it's warm at the moment,
we did all have very expensive winters.
Certainly
and
did.
so people are very worried about their bills, and I'm doing what I can to help.
So how do people get in touch with you? Do you make home visits? Do you do advice over the phone? Is there a website? As well as all the leaflets we've got here.
What we usually do is we actually tend to signpost people to the Home Heat Helpline with these guys, because we tend to run projects for local authorities. We come along and give face-to-face advice as well as things like this, but we don't have our own helpline.
Right.
We tend to be the advisors, and we work very closely with central government as well.
Yep.
So we produce little booklets, but we do tend to promote other people's services as well,
Yep.
because they are the experts when it comes to helplines, and they're very good at signposting people to other organisations if people's issues are really complicated.
So big demand at the moment?
Actually, very much so, because people have recently had requests from their energy suppliers to increase the direct debits because of the large and heavy winter bills that they've been having. So a lot of people have come out of winter in debt, much more so than usual. And even in this weather, I was talking to a group of pensioners in Bandon recently, and they'd all brought their bills in, and they were all going, "What can we do to help?" So I feel that this year is the worst that I've experienced in about 6 or 7
So
years.
you're going to have your time cut out.
Absolutely, yes.
Great. Well, thanks for coming on today.
Thank you very much, Tim. Nice to meet you again.
So an organisation that most people will know about, Citizens Advice Bureau, and Claire here from Lancing CAB hasn't had to come far because they're actually based in Lancing Parish. What sort of things are you finding people need you for most at the moment, and what sort of advice are you giving out today?
We're seeing lots of queries about debt and welfare benefits today, and we've been taking people around to our advice centre, which is just down the corridor here, to talk to advisors, particularly about those areas. Lots of people worried about hospital care, etc. So we're seeing a wide range of queries.
Demand is decreasing, so at the moment.
Demand, well, we're always very busy,
well.
but yeah, with all the reforms coming in, the introduction of universal credit, etc., there's certainly increasing demand, but we are able to meet that.
And the office here open what days, and what's your contact number?
We're open Monday to Thursday in Lancing, and we also have bureaus in this area in Shoreham and Worthing. We run outreaches in Stenning and in Cambridge and Goring as well. You can visit our website, which is centralandSouthSussexCAB.org.uk, for all of the information about our opening times, etc. But particularly in Lancing, we're open Monday to Thursday, 9:30 till 4. So please do come down.
And people can just drop in, or if they want a specialist advice, then perhaps ring up beforehand.
The best thing to do is for people to come down and see us. You don't need to book an appointment. You have a 15-minute introductory interview at which the advisor will let us decide how we can help you. There is also a phone number for our advice line. The number is 08444 771 771.
Okay, only one person's been able to remember their advice line number so far, but there it all is. There are the details. Great, and thanks for coming today.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well, another of the national charities represented here today is the Stroke Association. Big organisation, a large number of people you deal with, I guess. But Keith here from the Stroke Association, what exactly is it you can do to help people who suffer strokes, or people caring for people with strokes, got them in their families? What does Stroke Association do?
We provide all sorts of information and support all across the country. In this area, unfortunately, our service is a little light on the ground. We have one person covering the CCG area. We're hoping to do a little more with that in the future. We are pushing all the buttons we can to make that happen. But anyone can ring our helpline number in London and be advised of any local services, and that's not just ours, but any services that might appeal to somebody who's had a stroke. And we provide local support to access those services and advice and emotional support, advice on benefits, etc.
So Keith, we see some quite high-profile advertising campaigns on television now about that golden hour, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Recognising that somebody's having a stroke, needing to act immediately, getting into emergency services. More people seem to be getting affected by strokes these days, is it? Or is it just awareness has gone up and people think...
Awareness has gone up a lot. The number of people actually hit with a stroke has gone down slightly, and the survival rate has gone up. It used to be a rule of 3. A third would die, a third would survive with no damage at all, a third would be disabled. But now 80% of people survive because of the speed at which services react these days.
And your organisation is very much in the, obviously, for the survivors, for support services, where they go to get their own sort of therapeutic services, help with benefits and that sort of thing that they might then qualify for.
Yes, and we work as closely as we can with the local health services and social services to try and make sure the service is seamless. Not always can it be the case, unfortunately, but everyone does their best to do that, and as I say, the helpline is there all the time if there's any difficulty in contacting any one of our local people.
And the stroke helpline, if you can remember the number?
No,
nobody can. Anyway, we've got it here for you. The stroke helpline is 0303 3033 100. A lot of threes in that. And the website, as Keith was saying, is just stroke.org.uk. So that's how you get help about if you've got somebody suffering from had a stroke or somebody in your family.
They will give you information. They will also counsel you as well.
Okay. Okay, well, another well-known organisation and very big and active here in Lancing is the Royal Voluntary Service. It used to be known as the WRVS, the Women's Royal Voluntary Service, but it's just rebranded as the RVS. They are based in Chesham House, just down the road from the parish hall. Lots of things they get up to, including making cakes, and the ladies are very kindly brought along. That was a very smart cake that said Royal Voluntary Service on the
it was obviously very popular.
on the top. It was very popular, and I've had some, and I can certainly vouch for it. Now, two ladies here from the Royal Voluntary Service, just going to tell us about some of the services that you offer for local people and how people can get in touch with you.
Okay. We're actually based at Chesham House, as you've already explained. From Chesham House we do all sorts of activities, social activities. We provide lunches. We have a lunch club every week. We have a cricket group that meet every week. All sorts of different, basically, social activities where older people can get involved themselves. They can come along, they can join in, or they can sit back and just, take in the atmosphere. But it makes a huge difference to their lives.
Yeah.
It makes them feel independent, involved, and active. It makes a huge difference to their lives.
What sort of numbers of people come and use your clubs?
Well, we have about 150 members for Chesham House.
Just for the Lancing area?
Just for the Lancing area, it's about 150 members. But I would say that actually individual groups range around between 20, 25 people that come along to individual activities. But we also, from the centre, we also have a transport service because transport is very high on the agenda for people, very difficult.
Particularly with some of the shrinking bus services, and people always complain to me about buses not being available in the evenings as well, so it really restricts people going to the theatre or going into Worthing or things in the evening too.
That's right,
And one of the things you used to do, I remember when I first became an MP, and it was the WRVS, I came out on the Meals and Will service, which you used to run from Chesham House. You still do that, but from somewhere else, so it's now over in Worthing.
Yeah, it's based over in Worthing, the Meals on Wheels. We do meals for up to, at the moment, about 200, 250 people in Worthing.
Every day?
Yeah, every day, and Christmas Day, in all those areas, and volunteers take their cars, take the hot meals and deliver them.
And always short of volunteers? Or?
Always short of volunteers, yeah.
So what sort of things do you need volunteers to be able to do?
Well, we need drivers primarily and helpers for drivers so that they, that the two of them can go out together and help in the kitchen or even admin in the office. It's all dealt from Worthing, so, it's an ongoing thing.
We're always looking for volunteers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do people get in touch with you at Chesham House? Can you remember all your contact numbers?
I can remember my contact number, the main one, which is the most important one because I can pass on things to everybody.
Right.
My contact number is 01903 854 640.
Well done. That's right, according to this, because most people here struggle with their own contact numbers. But you've also email is Annick, A-N-N-I-C-K,
correct,
.lynn, L-Y-N-N, at WRVS, still got the W in that, .org.uk.
Yes, I can be reached on that one. It has changed to Royal Voluntary Service, but it will still come to me on WRVS.
Okay, so anybody who wants to just drop by, you're open every day?
9:30 to 4:30 every day.
so anybody can come and find out what's going on, or if people want to volunteer to help with those, then they can drop by or email you.
And what we're trying to do as an organisation now is to be much more rounded for the person, for the individual. So we meet somebody, if I meet somebody and think, well, okay, they could do with some help with transport, I then put them in touch with the transport service, or if they need Meals on Wheels. We work together much more as a team in the area. We have a pub in the area, and that is actually based at Cheshire House. We have also not mentioned so far, but I feel that I must mention it, is that we have a new Good Neighbours service, which is like a befriending service, and that's just starting at the moment. So
and how does that work?
Going out. That's volunteers. We need volunteers for that as well. That's volunteers that will put in touch with people that are unable to get out and about, older people that are unable to get out and about. So they're paired up with people, and then they will go and visit them in their home. If they can, they will take them out. Or they will, sometimes it's just a loss of confidence. So, they just help them rebuild their confidence and their independence. I might bring them to the centre, or might bring them to the parish hall. Or,
it's a simple thing. You don't need to be a rocket scientist to do it, just able to give it a bit of time and be friendly.
Friendly face, chat, sometimes it's just a telephone call, just to know that they've not been forgotten.
And what I find, because we've got some fantastic volunteering groups around here, but it's great for the people who get the service, but actually it's hugely fulfilling for the people who volunteer and help out as well.
It's a double-edged sword.
Double whammy. Brilliant.
Everybody benefits from it, definitely.
Great.
And volunteers, we find volunteers that work with the services make a huge difference to their lives too.
Fantastic. Well, thanks very much for coming on today. Hope we can pick you up some more volunteers as well.
That would be great.
Now, another service here today is the Ada District Council Community Alarm and Telecare Service, operated by the local council, Ada District Council. Again, something really important for people living alone in particular, run by Ada, and we're going to hear all about it. How do people sign up for this, and what is actually involved?
Okay, you sign up for it, you can either be referred through your doctor or the ambulance service, or by yourself. You just ring us and we'll come out and see you. We will do a no obligation demonstration of the alarm. We'll show you everything that it involves. It also includes a free 10-year smoke detector that's fitted by West Sussex Fire and Rescue, and that's linked to the alarm system. So that even without, if there was no one at home, you could still have your house saved, because the alarm will go off, it'll set off your community alarm, and Chichester Care Line will phone fire brigade.
And how many people are you looking after?
About 1,600, and also the sheltered as well. There's also sheltered.
And you have to live in the Ada area, or is it Worthing as well?
Ada and Worthing.
Ada and Worthing together.
Yeah.
And you'll come out and do an assessment, no obligation?
No obligation whatsoever, and we can leave the alarm in on the day that we go.
That's speedy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very efficient.
Absolutely. And if you call us, we'll be there within a couple of days if it suits you.
So, Anne-Marie, how do people get in contact with you if they're interested in no obligations, just want to come out and do an assessment?
Absolutely. They call us on 01273 263390.
Correct, you got it right. Well done, because quite a lot of people haven't.
All the time.
Have you got a website or got email?
Yes, we have an email. We have a generic email. If you call there is also a form on there, a referral form that you can refer yourself to.
So it's communityalarm@ada.gov.uk.
Well, it's actually communityalarm@ada-worthing.gov.
Now you've just made it more complicated.
No, but you can do it on that one, and it will still get to us.
Okay, so anybody in the whole of Ada,
anybody at all. We deal with older people, we deal with vulnerable people, we deal with people, younger people that have health problems, and we do a lot of domestic violence, distraction, burglary, things like that.
So this isn't just for pensioners,
this is the whole range? This is for anyone. Anyone that lives at home on their own, it should get an alarm.
And you're already looking after over 1,600 people across the
at the moment.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and we're looking to expand.
Great.
And we're also looking to do a lone worker alarm. So we're going around all the local businesses and we're checking to see if there are people in shops on their own, or if they go to do the banking, or if they're left, or if they go out and do what I do and work out in the community. And we can give them an alarm that helps them to look after themselves if they're only working on their own.
We got Fred Lewis, who's chairman of Lancing Parish Council. Fred, a lot of people in Lancing, particularly older people, retired people, should be interested in this sort of service.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's actually really good. If they collapse in the street, you can see with this badge or whatever they've got around, you could press it and get somebody there quicker than...
Well, no, it doesn't work in the street.
It's only at home.
It's a home unit. We do have other technology that does work out in the street. This is for the home unit.
Yeah, I thought you said if they fall over, it would do it.
Yes, it would, but it would do it at home. This is for the home. Yes, yeah. Sorry, there are other things that you can get that work outside.
So it's really aimed at single people. So if they do have a tumble or
for
something
someone
goes
that's
wrong,
caring for a husband or a wife at home, and they want to be able to go out and do a bit of shopping, that sort of thing, and they worry about it. Yeah, and it does give a lot of peace of mind, especially to families. Families are forever bringing their people to us.
Why I mentioned that was in dancing a couple of weeks ago, a lady did collapse. And we had to get the ambulance, and it took quite a while to get there.
Right.
I just thought this might have been a little bit quicker.
Right. Yeah.
But,
it would be nice if we could. It would be nice if they could be found wherever they are, because people that suffer from dementia, we do have a system whereby they have a little onto the belt. And it's
so you can locate locations.
Yes,
interesting.
And your own family can actually go onto the computer and find out where mum is. Yeah? I mean, it's a bit Big Brother, but it's
so people can come and talk to you about that as well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. We
Fantastic.
can do all of that. Yeah.
Great.
Thank you.
Thanks very much for coming on today.
No problem. Thank you.
Now, last but not least, we have another organisation used by a lot of people, Carers Support West Sussex, part of the Carers Trust, national charity, and an increasing responsibility, particularly people living longer who need carers and people with various disabilities and things like that. Sarah from the Carers West Sussex, what sort of services do you offer? How do people get in touch? What are you here for?
Okay, we're here to support all family carers, so this could be an elderly husband who's caring for his wife with dementia, it could be a parent who has a disabled child, it could be a young person who's caring for a parent with drug and alcohol issues, so a variety of conditions. And we have a team of support workers who can actually go out and meet with these carers on a one-to-one basis or can talk to them on the phone. It's really just a chance for carers to tell us what's going on for them, and more importantly to tell us what they're struggling with. A lot of carers actually don't realise that they're caring, they just think it's part of their normal day-to-day life, and then one day they wake up and they think, actually, do you know what, I'm really struggling, I'm not looking after myself, I'm not sleeping properly, and actually it's about, well, who's going to care for them, and that's what we do. So first and foremost, we're a listening ear. It's really important that carers are heard, that we understand what they're struggling with, and then what we help them to do is to identify what's going to help them to improve that condition. So we can refer them on to other services in the community that can provide that help. We do also have our own counselling service and a team of volunteers who help us to do this.
Because one thing about carers is too often people think that it's a sign of weakness to admit that I'm a carer and we need help. And I know I dealt with a lot of young carers where they think that if they go to the doctor or speak to something like that saying I've got a problem, then they may be taken away from mum or dad, what they're looking after, and they'll get into trouble. But as you say, they need help.
Absolutely. Carers experience, as you said, there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of guilt, there's a lot of anxiety, and what we want people to realise is how vital they are to this country. The figures tell us 6.5 million carers, currently saving us £119 billion a year. So what they're doing is absolutely vital and valuable, and we want to celebrate that. It's actually something to be proud of, and we don't want people to be fearful of coming forward and asking for help.
Right. So how do people get in touch with the West Sussex branch?
We have a new central phone number, which is 0300 028 8888, and carers and professionals can call that number and they'll get through to a member of our team and we can start the conversation about what's needed. So yeah, that's the vital thing to remember. Please phone us. We do also have a website which people can access. Which has
website address is? Quick prompt.
Yes, a quick prompt. It is www.carerssupport.org.uk.
Fantastic. So thanks very much for coming on today.
Okay, thanks very much. Thank you.